Hello and welcome everyone. Another episode of our Australian Dynasty series on Football Manager 2015. As always, I'm Sean, and this is Uneducated Gamer. Following on from that first things first, let's go to our game status here. I should probably save the game. Saved 3 times. The first one was the first game of the season. The next one was the first derby. And the last one was that Sydney FC game. Alright, fire up the hype machine because this is a cup final episode. We are going to play first, our fixture against Wanderers FC, who are currently sitting pretty comfortably on top of the league at the moment. 5 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses from their opening 9 fixtures, which means we are now a third of the way through the season, well and truly. And you could say they're a third of the way on the way. They are a third of the way to a title if things continue for them as they have started. And then in the second game, we have our cup final against Newcastle Jets. Had a pretty lucky run to the final, if I'm being truthful. We've played lower league opposition pretty much every game that we've played. Our last performance, though, was a really good one, that 4-0 victory against Western Pride. And then since then, we made the trip across the ditch to New Zealand to play Wellington Phoenix. We actually went 1-0 down and then 2-1 up and then 2-2 in this game. It was a heartbreaking 90th minute equaliser for Joel Griffiths, which was enough to see them hold out for the draw. We were pretty good in this game, to be honest with you. Dario Vidicic came back in for his first start of the season, and it was only after I took him off, just due to his general fitness, that Wellington kind of came back into the game. Eric Partaloo gave away a really cheap penalty in the 25th minute, which was converted by Michael McGlinchey. Then a goal for Vidicic and a first league goal for Eli Babal, following on from his strike against Western Sydney in the last FFA Cup match. Put us 2-1 up, and I thought we were going to get there, but sure enough, just before the stroke of injury time and the full-time whistle, Joel Griffiths with a pretty good volleyed finish, to be fair. It's a tough away trip, a really tough one, going across to New Zealand. It's one of the furthest domestic footballing trips anywhere in the world, and I think the longest domestic footballing journey is between Wellington and Perth, which is on the other side of Australia. Then the last game out, we played Brisbane Roar, and it was the same old fucking story here. We had tons of possession. I think we had like 50% of the ball. We had 7 shots, and not one of them on target. So 7 shots and a big goose egg in terms of shots on target, which has just been way too much of a running theme throughout the course of our season so far. So I'm going to go into our training and just set up our team training for the next few weeks. So they've got it focusing on team cohesion. I'm going to take control of this back from our staff. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this differently. I'm just going to have individuals working on individual training. You can see everyone's just been working on their roles and stuff here, with the exception being Aaron Moy, who's been working on his free kicks. We'll switch his to a heavy load. Let's get Eli Babal working on his finishing, because he should absolutely be being more clinical, as will Gamero, as will Mark Marino. Not that Mark Marino's had a tremendous amount of opportunities in the side, but really, these are players that should be performing at a better level than they have been. We are slowly edging towards having a fully fit squad as well, if we get our physio report here. You can see we only still have Hurd with his broken ribs out for another 4 to 8 days, and Edwards will be out with that torn hamstring somewhere between 11 days and 4 weeks. So Gamero's back in training. He's not yet fit, I think, for this contest. And we also have Moy and, of course, Vidicic working their way back into fitness as well. Though, Western Sydney, they have been really the front runners for the side this year. They didn't have the greatest year in the real world, but it doesn't seem to have carried over to the game too much. Let's just have a quick pick and see what our staff think we should do. They've gone with Zulo, Lowry, Chapman and Franich at the back, Valafi as well. One of the best defensive 5s in the league. Partaloo screening in front of them. They've gone with Melling and Rattray in the middle. It's kind of hard to argue with that one, with Moy working his way back to fitness. Garucha, Vidicic and Babal. I'm actually pretty okay with that lineup. Gamero will come back on the bench. We'll take Kisnorbo off and put, I guess, Gallo on as a bit of cover for the... Actually, we'll go with Espandola just as cover because he can do both sides. So it gives us Clisby to cover the defensive line, Mork to cover the midfield roles, Espandola for the wings, and Gamero up front. Big contest, big game. You want to beat the sides above you. It's an incredibly tight table. You can see here, a win here would see us move as high as the 4th position, depending on goal difference and that sort of thing as well. So it's an important game for us. They do have some really good players though. Western Sydney, for those of you that don't keep up with it, actually won the Asian Champions League last year, which is the single greatest achievement of any Australian domestic side ever, and a tremendous amount of credit needs to go to their coach, Tony Popovich, for that. They don't play the prettiest brand of football in the world. It's very much like 2 deep defensive blocks of 4, but they counter-attack incredibly well. So the story of them getting through to the Asian Cup final was more about the clean sheets that they kept, the teams that they stopped from scoring, as opposed to anything like any fantastic, wonderful play they did themselves. Though they do have some really good forward players that we'll have to keep an eye on here. Pia Vicari, yet to see him play. He's their new marquee signing, making his way over from Italy, where he's played at a few different places. Cittadella, Sampdoria, Brescia, Novara, Grosseto and Steaua Bucharest in Europe. He is a 30-year-old striker, so yeah, I don't really know much about him, to be honest. His finishing and heading both look good. His physicals look through the roof. Good natural good natural fitness, good strength, good pace and acceleration. So he looks like he'll be a bit of a unit up front. Nikita Rukavica we'll have to watch out for as well. He started his career with Perth Glory in the first season of the A-League before getting himself had a couple of solid seasons as a teenager, getting himself a move to FC20 in the Eredivisie, then to Hertha Berlin in Germany before finishing his European career with Mainz in the Bundesliga 2. Comes back to Wanderers as a left winger. I'm pretty sure they released him at the end of last season. He's a really, really good left-footed winger. Started his career as a striker, so has a good amount of finishing and stuff about him as well. 17 pace, 17 acceleration. He's basically a left-footed Walcott. And he'll be one that we'll have to keep an eye on throughout the course of this year. And we actually might even add him to the shortlist. How long is his contract? 2015. So his contract's up at the end of the year. He might be one that we look at for this left-wing position. At the base of midfield, they got Mateo Poljak, Croatian under-21 international. For some reason, they're not in the game. Really good central midfield player, great passing range, tremendous work rate. His defensive positioning is awesome. He's not the greatest tackler in the world. He's a bit like Paul Scholes in terms of flying into challenges, but you can see here his stamina and fitness are through the roof. He'll run all day. And alongside him will be Matthew Sporanovic. He is the starting Socceroos centre-back. They're playing him in midfield, which is fair enough. Really good defender, really solid defender, and I guess if we had a full-strength Australian side available, he'd probably start in the centre of defence there, as seen by his 26 caps. There are two ex-Melbourne Heart players, Nick Kalmar, who is absolutely fucking horrendous, one of the shittest players I've ever seen. If he wasn't 6'3", there is no way he would be a professional footballer. He is rubbish, and I don't know how he continually gets contracts in the A-League. And Brendan Hamill as well, who's another junior who made his first appearances with Melbourne Heart. They gave him an opportunity after starting his career at the AIS. 12 appearances here, 23 and 1 goal in the season after that, before getting himself a decent money move to Seongnam in the K-League. Played at Gangwon on loan as well before returning to Western Sydney Wanderers. And it looks like so far this season, 9 appearances, 3 goals for a defender. That's fairly good. So they're obviously going to have a bit of a danger from set pieces and that sort of thing as well. Now the pressure is all on the opposition. I'm assertively going to tell them that we're huge underdogs, no pressure on you to succeed. Go out there and show everyone what you've got. So they've got an excellent manager and a really good players. Let's see if we can go out and turn around a bit of... actually, you know what? I'm not going to do... Yeah, we'll go with the underdogs thing. And hopefully we'll turn around a bit of our own poor form in the last few games, and it'll give us a massive momentum-building win ahead of the FFA Cup final. For some reason, we're wearing our away kit for this game. I know we are playing away, but really, could just look at those two kits. Don't tell me they're not clashing. Theirs has a bit more black, ours has a little bit more white, but really, they're very, very similar with the red stripes on both. Alright, Vidicic take a corner in now. I have taken Moy... Oh no, Moy's not playing, that's why he's not on those duties. It's headed away, but only as far as Franic, who just needs to get his head up. He's being pressed very high up the pitch. And that's the end of that highlight. Not sure what happened in that one. All we saw it. Rukavica with the free kick now, but that one comes back off the wall. I'm hoping that's the end of the highlight there, and this isn't going to be a good ball in from Tamanaka. It's not. He's closed down well by Eric Pardalu, I think that was. It's out for a throw-in. So, opening 20 minutes, no shots yet, no non-target. They've had 2 and 1. And it looks like they're just starting to shade possession. Obviously a team in good form at the moment. Rukavica with another free kick here, and that one is just over, but really, Valafi didn't need to dive. It was right at him. We've had a shot, and one on target, so it's already an improvement on our last performance. And we might just get through to half-time, having only seen highlights of Rukavica putting free kicks over. Assertively, there's nothing to lose today, so go out there and give it your best shot. No one's responded particularly well to that. Bale doesn't look to be playing that well, neither does Vidicic. I'll give him another 15 minutes before we look at making any changes. Corey Gamera is back on the bench though today, so we do have another option up front should we need it. And really, he hasn't performed all that well. I know he's had a couple of games where he's gotten bags of goals in the FFA Cup, but he's yet to score in the league as far as I can remember. Rukavica with throw in here, finds Takahagi. It's a good tackle from Vidicic and cleared up the line by Franic. Bar with the ball now, but immediately loses it. Clearance is straight back into Takahagi, so really we lost out on that one because everyone just ran out of position. Leedy with the ball, he's closed down well by Zulo. Garuccio with the ball in the left-hand corner now. Needs to just fucking calm down a bit, and does. Goes back to Valafi, he plays it forward in the air for some reason to Chapman. Vidicic on the right-hand side. Can he get his head up and find a man coming to support in the middle? He does now with Retray. It's a good switch to Garuccio. Can he get the strike on? Babal's in. I think he's offside though. Is he? Yes, he is. That sounds like Eli Babal. So a disallowed goal for him. Hopefully that's just a bit of like sat-nav guidance so he knows where the back of the fucking net is. But can he do it when he's onside? That would be great for us. I think he's probably leading the league in disallowed goals thus far. Garuccio on the left-hand side though. It's a deep ball across. He's found Vidicic, and I don't know if that was a keeper save or if it came back off the post. Oh, okay, so we've responded. Looks like we're doing okay here in the second half. Good tackle from Calmo, and Melling puts it out for a throw. Do I risk changing what has been an improved performance in the second half with subs? Or do I let them continue on the way that they were? Let's bring on Mork for Melling here. Mork a little bit more attack-minded than Jacob Melling. Vidicic doesn't look like he's having the greatest game, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And we'll bring Gamero on for Babal. Assertively, I think there's a lot more to come from you. He doesn't care. Assertively, make the difference. And he seems relaxed and motivated, so that's good. His return from injury, I'd love him to mark it with a goal. We have had Vidicic and Babal both come back from injuries with goals in recent matches. I'd love for Gamero to do it for us here and get us a victory against the top side. That would be fucking brilliant. Who's that? Franich has picked up a yellow card. First yellow card of the game in the 73rd minute. It's been a pretty clean contest, which is weird for two sides that seem to be pressing very high. Mork with the ball forward to Gamero. It's a tackle from Golek. Red ref. 10 weeks. He spouted some racist shit as well. And it's just a yellow for him. So it's a deep ball. I think Shane Lowry is the one that's lining it. Oh no, Zulo. Zulo takes it from deep. No one goes up. It's headed away, but only as far as Lowry. Played forward to Pardalu. He's got a strike from no angle, and Dean Bazanis pushes that one around the post. Vidicic with the ball in now. Finds Pardalu. Oh, volley. But really, he was swinging his standing leg at it, and no good there. Getting towards the 90th minute now. 84th now. Bazanis with a goal kick. It's headed back by Pardalu and flicked on by Gamero. Golek tidies up well. Hamill plays the ball forward. Someone's got to come out and close there. Sotirio, who is a young winger, I think, for Western Sydney. Ward with the ball on the left-hand side. It's a deep cross, and Pia Vicari heads that one over. Come on, lads. Get the winner. Get the winner. We need a winner here. 3 minutes to go. Have we got one more highlight in us? Doesn't look like it. I think Tanaka's going to take the throw in here, and the referee calls full time. Assertively, everybody thought we'd get beaten, and you didn't, so well done. I don't know why we're celebrating draws and that sort of thing, but, I mean, shit, why not? Brendan Hamill gets player of the match, so we had a little bit of a spell in there where we looked good, but really, from 10 games, 2 wins, 6 draws and 2 losses is not good enough. Hopefully, we can turn around in 2 days and get the win in the FFA Cup final, and that'll be enough to kickstart the second half of our season, but we are currently... Where are we? We're only 6 points behind top spot, so we're only really 2 wins off it, which seems insane to me, but whatever, that's fine. What can you do? We still have one of the best defences. We've still got the best defence in the entire league, only conceding 5 goals. We're just having trouble putting the ball in the back of the net. Not sure if that falls directly on Babal or Gamero, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. We're going to fight for a win, and I know we will turn this around soon. Brendan was not too disappointed because he was very good. 7.8 though, it mustn't have been a great contest. Oh, stop, browse. Let's give everyone a day's rest. Everybody can have 1 day off, which will be Sunday before the Cup final, and then we'll come back and do a half session here on the Monday for like our pre-match or pre-game, whatever it is, and then we'll do a half session the day, the FFA Cup, as well as our warm-up. I'd really love to add silverware in the first season. That would be excellent. I can't complain about the draw that we've had in the FFA Cup as well, avoiding all of the other A-League sides. Endeavour Field, I don't know where the fuck that is. Does it say? No, I have no idea where that is or where we're playing this game, but it is a neutral ground, so good for them. Newcastle beat Western Sydney, Brisbane Roar and Melbourne Victory. So if we've had an easy run, they've had a tough one. They have knocked out 3 A-League sides during that run, including Western Sydney, who we just played. Probably have to make a couple of changes. Strong understanding. I'd be lying if I said there are a few extra pressure doesn't come into it for me. I don't think he has more to desire. Even if he did, I'm the better manager. Forget the history. Our time is now. John Cena. Number of people. Yeah, okay, whatever. And business as usual as far as I'm concerned. We'll analyse the player's fitness and we'll go out and attack from the off. Those pre-match press conferences get so repetitive during the course of a season. I usually skip most of them or edit them out, but I'll keep that one in because it's a cup final. We'll do it a little bit more special. Hope you guys are sitting there wearing a suit for Cup Day. I know I am. Not really. It's an effort for me to have pants on. Alright, let's have a look at who is fit and ready to go. Let's bring Aaron Moy back in for Paolo Retre. So we'll go with Moy and Melling as our midfield combination. Retre can, however, sit on the bench as we can have 7 on the bench for cup final games. I'm going to continue. I'm going to persevere with this front 3 until we get Edwards back and in some sort of form. We kind of need to. And really, putting anyone else there is either forcing another teenager on the pitch or forcing like a central or back player to play out of position. So I'll keep the faith. I'll go with that for the time being. Eli Babal's performances haven't been great. 2 goals in 11 games is nothing anywhere near the levels that we expect him to be performing at as an Australian marquee. However, those 2 goals have come in the last month or so. So I'm hoping we can go out and win this. The press have assumed it's going to be a penalty shootout lottery, and fair enough too. We haven't been greatest in recent times. Been an interesting year for Newcastle Jets. They were actually owned by Nathan Tinkler, who is a mining magnate and a millionaire. Used to be a billionaire, but he's kind of an idiot, so he's not anymore. And he ran both this club and Newcastle Knights, which is the local rugby league franchise, and he ran them into the ground. He basically terminated the contracts of any player that was over 30 to get rid of their established stars. He wanted to start again, and he just started blooding youngsters. It's a really weird situation. Anyway, they ended up having a whole bunch of they were threatening court proceedings with the PFA for all the terminated contracts for players who there was no reason for him to terminate those contracts other than the players being old and earning a lot of money. However, he did it anyway. There was other issues regarding to the payments of superannuation and players getting paid on time and staff members being cut and sold and all that sort of thing. And he said that he was liquidating assets within Newcastle United Jets, but really he was just trying to, run the club into the ground for whatever reason. So the FFA actually stripped him of his licence, and this club will now, for the immediate future, be controlled by Football Federation Australia, not by an individual owner or consortium or anything like that. Be interesting to see how that changes the way the club runs a little bit, but they've always been one that have sort of given you a chance. Travis Cooper's one we'll have to keep an eye on here. He does have some history at VVV Venlo in the Dutch leagues as a junior. His first season in the A-League, I don't think he actually made any appearances after he signed for them mid-season. Ben Kantarovski's been around in the league for ages, made his debut as a 16-year-old in 2007. Really, really solid player, and he'll do a good job holding that midfield there, so we'll keep an eye on him. They've got Alavidovic and David Carney on the bench, 2 good players that we'll have to watch out. And Leaky G, one of my favourite names in all of world football, will follow them at left back. But really, they're not that good a side. We should be able to beat them pretty comfortably. I'm going to assertively tell everyone, I expect you to come back from there with that trophy. No one's responded very well to that, so maybe it wasn't quite the result that we needed. Or maybe it wasn't quite the team talk we needed. Deep ball in from Garucho, but Bar was in the area, but not really challenging there. He's 193 centimetres, and I don't think I've ever seen anyone that tall win less headers in the box. Leaky G gets a strike on target, but it's a good save from Valafi. I'm so used to just watching those sail harmlessly over the crossbar because of the way our team takes them. But so there we go, opening 10 minutes, 1 shot, 1 on target for both sides there. Not sure which ours was. Good tackle there from Vidicic. Do we have a counter-attack in us now? But Hull is running into a wide position, and I don't know why. Oh, it's a sort of hacked clearance away there, but Kantarovski tidies up well. Garucho can go to the ball and win it back high at the pitch. Can he find the strike? Oh, he's hit the bar. Oh, and Gallagher just gets that one away. Well done, Ben Garucho. Solid high press. Not anything I've told him to do, but hey, if it gets him a goal, absolutely. Babar with the ball now, squares it up to Moy. He's gone down in the box, but Melling's there to tidy up. Then he falls on the ball. Babal has an overlapping run from Franich. Get back in the middle, Eli. Moy with the strike. Oh, it's hit the base of the post and gone wide. 5 shots, 1 on target. We just can't fucking get our shots on target, and it's so infuriating. most of the games that we've played, pretty much all the games we've played this season, particularly the ones we've drawn, have been like this, where we've had way more shots, more possession, just can't get our shots on target. And I don't really know how to change the training outside of, let's say attacking movement, but we did that for over a month and it stopped working. So who knows? Zulo with a great overlapping run here. It's a backstick ball to Vidicic and we've hit the fucking post again. Are you serious? 7 shots now, 1 on target. They've had 2 and 2 on target, so they're clearly ruthlessly efficient with their chances. I'm getting shades of that Central Coast game where we were the better side and had a ton of chances and they fucking got 1 cheap penalty and we lost it. Chapman with the long ball forward to Babal, brought it down well. Needs to bring other players into play there, not turn and run at a back line where he's outnumbered 5-1. Baresi with the ball forward now, good tackle from Melling. Garucho has time to counter, he's got a man square in Moy if he can find him. He's put a deep ball in, Vidicic's back stick, and we finally got the go-ahead goal in what must be probably our 10th shot, only our second one on target. It is a fantastic run and deep cross from Ben Garucho here, and a lovely run from Vidicic. That's where you want the other winger arriving back stick. Looks like Leaky G, our mate, has just not gotten that ball away, and thankfully Vidicic is there to rifle home. Assertively, make sure we see things out and don't get complacent out there. Let's go with that one. It's not one I use often and you can see everyone's responded really well to it. So let's go with the defensive first mentality. We have kept a fair few clean sheets. I'm pretty happy with the back four that we've put together, if I'm being honest. It's really up front that we're having the issues converting our chances. And I'm kind of regretting signing Eli Babal to that Australian marquee deal. He's certainly not justified getting paid 10 grand a week so far. We'd probably be better spending that money on other players. Aaron Moy's picked up a knock, Connor Chapman's picked up a knock. That kind of sums up our season as well. A lot of players missing through various chunks of the year. Neville with the throw in here finds Alavidovic, who seems to have come off the bench. Pavicevic with a strike hits the defender in front of him, which I think was Chapman, out for a corner. Leaky G is going to take it now, and it's well headed away by Jacob Melling. Partaloo should tidy up. He's looked to release Babal, who just needs to slow down and wait for support, or he's going to go on a run on his own, or he's just going to give the ball away. Oh, it's a good overlapping run from Garucho. Does he have another assist in him here? No, he's taken out by Kandarovski. Kandarovski last man. No, is that wishful thinking on my part? Moy to take now. It's a deep ball in. No, not near anyone though. He's supposed to be aiming for the best header in those situations. And Baresi with the clearance upfield. Let's have a look at some subs here. We might look to change those that have injuries. So Chapman will come off for Kisnorbo. Clisby will come on for Zulo. And we'll bring on Mork for Moy. I'm risking everything by making 3 subs with 30 minutes remaining, but really, I'd rather have 11 fresh players out there than people carrying knocks. So what do we get? Looked happy, deep in thought, looked to gain confidence. 2 out of 3 aren't bad, like that old Meatloaf song. So Zulo and Chapman have both picked up injuries. This will be the first time really. Aaron Moy's injured as well. Fucking hell. What is going on? Like, do I need to sign better staff or something like that? Lowry with the strike from distance, hit the bar, and Garuccio. Oh my god, man. He had nothing to aim at. All he had to do was pass that into the back of the empty net, and we were through. What the fuck is wrong with him? Babal now in a wide position for some reason. Clisby with a deep ball in, finds Babal, and he's headed that one well and truly over. Vintage Babal, 14 shots now, 2 on target. Vidicic with the corner. It's deep in there, it's hit the deck. Clisby, can he get the strike? No, it's a good tackle from our mate, Leaky G. He's played it forward now. Shit, they are countering with good numbers. Pepper has gotten goal side. Nobody jump in. Oh, lovely, lovely challenge there from Melling. It's a deep ball back in. Kandarovski goes up. Valafi with the save, and fucking hell. Fuck. Oh, I hate this game. I do. I hate it. I hate it so much. His 3rd goal of the season, and really their first opportunity on target, and first highlight that we've seen in a very long time. It takes to the 80th minute for them to get a decent highlight. And Lundy's just the first one to the ball, and he's got nothing to aim at. Fuck me. I've already made 3 subs too. Oh, how can we have 14 shots and only get 2 on target? These are professional athletes. Oh, god damn. Oh, I hate this game some days. Some days I absolutely fucking hate it. Far from pleased. Fire the fuck up. Franich loses confidence. Assertive. Appreciate your effort. You've just been unlucky. So he's happy. Thankfully no one else has responded poorly to that, which is good. Why is this having to go to extra time? Why does it take... Oh, fuck me, like, sometimes the pieces are there and the tactic I think is solid. We just haven't found the back of the net. And I've already made all 3 of my subs, so it's basically the 11 that's out there now needs to get us through this game. 105th minute. So this is going to be the second half of extra time. That didn't look like a good half for either side. No highlights really to speak of. I think this is just a kick-off highlight, but you can see there, just very route one, they're way more direct than we are. Two similar formations in the 4-3-3, but they are very, very direct, and we are trying to play pretty passes, but maybe we shouldn't be. Maybe we should be direct. Maybe we need to isolate defenders and get our shots on fucking target. 15 and 3 on target is pathetic. Leaky G with the ball in now. It's headed away by Partaloo. Only as far as the goal scorer Lundy. It's a strike from distance. Vigili somehow gets that one under control and puts it in the side netting. They have definitely been much better of the two sides in the second half. Vidicic with a strike now. And just a whisker over. Our first real highlight of extra time. Fuck me. I hate this game some days, man. Like, honestly, it is such a pain in the ass. Alright, let's just go with the 5 as they are rated in the game. So you'd expect Partaloo to take the first one. Mark Burgiddy in the Newcastle goal. He's a solid looking keeper. I think he's actually probably likely to make a move over to Europe at some point in the next few months, weeks or years. That's out of order. Weeks, months or years. Let's say it like that. Alright, Partaloo to take. You are our best penalty taker, Eric. Please just smash this in the back of the net. Oh, and he has. Just calmly puts that one to the right of the goalie. Just whisper. I'm just going to keep it. Just going to keep it down here. Pepper to take. And he's pretty much taken an identical penalty to Eric Partaloo. Eric Partaloo, the trendsetter. Lowry now to take our left-footed option, and that one's gone bottom right-hand corner as well. I wonder if we can get through all of them with them all going bottom right-hand corner. Gallagher, there, lefty to take. And straight at Vlafi, and Vlafi saves, just keeping it calm. Don't want to get ahead of myself, don't want to put too much pressure on the team. Franich now with our third penalty, and that's gone in. Yes, it has. Oh, it was hard to tell with Birigitti's name being up there. Okay, so 3-1. Another one here, Leaky G. It's a solid penalty, bottom right-hand corner. You go bottom right-hand corner, Vlafi will not save it. Mork to take now. We're getting down towards the lower rungs of our penalty takers. That's our 4th penalty. Come on, keep this one out, Tando. I'm looking for... Please. Vigili sends the keeper the wrong way. Who's going to take our winning penalty? I'm guaranteed their penalty rating must be about 12. It's Garuccio, the 19-year-old. And he's put it in. We're the FFA Cup champions. And our first piece of silverware. Fuck me. We made it tough work of it though, didn't we? So Garuccio gets an assist and the man of the match award with a 7.4. Passionately, let's get passionate with the lads. Enjoy your success, everyone. No one cares. No one gives a shit. Fantastic. Post-match. My God, 52% possession, 16 shots, only 3 on target. They took 10 shots, 4 on target. Really, they were fucking terrible. How we didn't find another goal is beyond me. Maybe it's because I made 3 subs after an hour, but maybe this one falls on me, but who cares? Let's check out the aftermath of this one. Melbourne City lift the FFA Cup. We absolutely do. So our first trophy. If we go and have a look at the club here and our history. Oh, doesn't that look nice? Oh, pretty. Very generic looking there. We will absolutely be trying to add to that in future episodes. However, there's more stuff for us to read here. Win the FFA Cup. Chapman is going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks. Zulo is going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks with a thigh strain. With the team we have here, no one could stand in our way. We had a really good run. Garuccio, no, I remain calm, confident throughout. Whole squad is on a massive high, and we are capable of going on and becoming a real force. Performance of players were fantastic. We fully deserve this. I think we do. Delighted to win the competition. Really couldn't believe what I was seeing. We hit the woodwork 4 times in that game. Yep, that sounds about right, and it sounds like pretty good representation of our season so far. So 40k. Our finances are down the toilet anyway because we're doing that upgrade to our training facilities, which is costing us a few $1 million. So if we have a look at that here, you can see currently sitting about $1 million above, but they expect us to lose 7.11 million throughout the course of the year. It won't be quite that bad. I'm sure there'll be something that happens later on that saves a bit more money for us, but we're hemorrhaging money through player wages and stuff at the moment. Our biggest one being player wages, 105 a week this month 105. 3 million already spent on those this season, so income is down as well, so that's probably the biggest hit that we've taken there. But at least our expenditure is, pretty solid now. It'll stay at that level till the end of the season at least. Unless we sign a marquee, which we might do. If players can't find the back of the net, we might sign a marquee. Postacoglu came, watched that game, was watching out for Ivan Franich, Connor Chapman, Shane Lowry, Michael Zoro, Dario Vidicic, Eli Babal, and Mark Birighitti. It wouldn't surprise me if he calls up all 6 of those players before we play Melbourne Victory, just to piss me off. And let's have a look at the FFA Cup review. The winners, Melbourne City Football Club, our first trophy, and the inaugural winners of the competition. Overachievers were Rockdale Rovers. They lost in the quarterfinals to Melbourne Victory. And Wellington Phoenix lost in the first round to Melbourne Victory as well. So kind of shows you the difference in the draws that you get. Phoenix going out at the first round to Melbourne Victory after drawing another A-League side, whereas we had a really good run and went past a bunch of other lower league sides before then. Corey Gamera wins top goal scorer for that particular award, but he got all 5 of those goals in the 2 games early on in the season, before the season kicked off actually. So both of those, all 5 of those goals were in matches during pre-season against Stanmore Hawks and against Far North Queensland. I may play him in the next game because Eli Babal just cannot seem to find the back of the net. Where are we up to in our season? Let's have a look here. We might come back for the next episode, which will be the games against Melbourne Victory and Perth Glory. I like to get those Melbourne derbies into the match. But we're a cup champion now. Hopefully that can be the incentive for us to go on and win the majority of the games left in the season. You can see there isn't that much further to go. Probably only 4 or 5 episodes left in the series itself, but I'll try and get as many games as I can up in between now and the end of that series. But Australian Dynasty, it's well underway. We have our first piece of silverware, and I'll be celebrating wildly into the night, getting absolutely hammered, despite it being a Tuesday evening. I'm sure there's somewhere in Melbourne where I'll get to drink. Hope you're enjoying the series so far. I'll never ask you for likes or subscriptions, but if you want to support the team in their FFA Cup win, you can absolutely do it by doing either of those things. If you have any feedback, positive or negative, chuck it in the comment section below. And of course, any links to your own YouTube content, put it down there as well. If you have any further ideas for saves that you want to see me do in Football Manager 2015 or Football Manager 2016, put those in the comment section, as well as any content you'd like to see from other games as well. As always, I've been Sean, this uneducated game, playing Football Manager 2015. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to partying well into the night with you guys, celebrating our cup triumph.